My name is Katherine Groppe. Uh, this is part 2 of the Lab 4 and 5 discussion. I paused the first part because I was using a previous save of Lab 5. I had created a new save because I was having issues getting the last save to work, and I was very confused as to why it was not as I remembered how I left it. So this is the documentation. This is the recording for Lab 4 and 5 discussion. This is part 2 of it. This is for Enterprise Network Security, class CPSC 68500-001. Now, this part of the lab is a continuation of part 4, and it talks about configuring the networking services, routing, and the DMZ on the ASA for the command line. So what happened with it is I copied and pasted from Lab 4, which will be seen in part 1, into uh, into this document here because I was having issues with the previous configuration. So I copied all of this. I kept all this. I did not have to complete this part because it was already done. I was able to verify these pings and everything before it was completed. I did not have issues here. I'm trying to think. Did not have issues here. I did have issues here with showing the NAT and the XLate because it was not on the previous version, but not on this version. It was not showing up within the commands. So I was not seeing the information that this example was showing. So I'm having issues with it, and I ended up copying and pasting instead of rebuilding the lab from scratch. Once I did that, I did not have that issue anymore, and I was able to continue on working with this lab. Let's see, modify the M. So for modifying the MTF, I was able to follow the commands that are listed in here. I did not have any issues. I was able to set it to inspect the ICMP. Configuring the server, I had no issues with it. I was able to follow all these commands. These commands all worked. I didn't have any issues with it. I also had no issues with the ASA configuration. The Cisco, this was all good here. Had no issues with it. I was able to generate the keys completely. It was all good. The write to memory worked as well. SSH, I was able to complete as well. I had no issues with it. Configuring the DMZ, the interface, I had no issues with that. The security level 70, I had no issues. I had no issues with the IMC with showing the IP address. All of these commands worked. The access list worked as well, and testing it worked as well. I had no issues with it, and the XLate, I had no issues with it as well. I answered the reflection questions here. In total, the 2 labs together were not difficult to complete. I did have some issues, specifically with the setting up the ASA for VLAN support, or not VLAN, VPN support, and getting the natting to work. But once I figured it out, I was able to get it and complete it totally. Well, thank you so much for listening. Again, this is Katherine Groppe. This is the second part of the Lab 4 and 5 discussion. This is for Enterprise Networking Security, and the class number for that is CPSC, CPSC 68500-001.